So this type of clamping mechanism, either it could be permanently fixed in the van somewhere, or it can be like that you can clamp on the table within the van or whatever. So at the end of the day, you are going to clamp it on the table. And we can.
Oh wow, yeah, it makes it a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, that's right. We can control it the way we want to control.
Fabulous.
Now, when this enclosure is brand new, all these ports, they are
Covered like those ones.
they are closed like this, they are sealed. So basically, what you have to do, you have to cut the number of ports, whatever you want to going to use. Of course, you have to cut this oval one. And what they say that you have to cut with a cutting wire.
Okay.
But
Hacksaw blade.
I use
Stanley knife, maybe?
simple, no, Stanley knife is difficult. I use simple blade without any handle on the side.
Yeah, okay.
Simple blade will do the job because it's just a plastic. Okay, now first thing I have to do, I have to remove the old port,
Right.
which I'm going to do now.
Alrighty. I should have asked, I am recording this for my own posterity and only for myself, sorry.
Sorry, you guys record.
It's alright. I'm happy to share it if it's...
And hopefully, I believe that this PowerPoint should be active. Let me have a look.
The new Ryobi hairdryer. Guaranteed to dry your hair in 30 seconds or double your money back. It's really why you're wearing the cap, isn't it?
Yeah.
You were using the right Ryobi this morning, you got it mixed up. Your sister took the hairdryer, Dad put the Ryobi there. Next thing you knew, had a chrome dome and it was
now
all
the power
over.
is on.
No, I just can't be bothered brushing my hair.
That's also a good reason why I put a cap on as well at the moment. I wash it, I comb it, and I just... A job interview, I'll get a haircut if I need to.
So if we had a Stanley knife, job would be much easier. But anyway, I will survive. Now, if I will just scratch it a little bit, it will open like a banana. Come and have a look from the side.
Yeah, you can see. The splits along there.
Can I grab the one plier, please? From a big toolbox, big one. Yep. Plier. Give me a bigger one, big plier. No, sorry, we don't have any. Give me a small one. Thank you.
Work it off.
Make sure we don't cook the bloody electrical cable like that.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking.
What's that smell? Does it smell? It's the electrical cable.
No,
Aha.
this one.
No.
This is smelling.
That's it.
Now this is off.
Yes.
Okay, now this type of items, they got safety stand. Never ever put like this, always put like that.
Okay.
So let me turn it around
On the backs of apprentices.
and let me open up this one.
Right, yep. The one that holds the central fibre here.
Yes, that's right.
He's doing well so far. Looks like he'll pass the exam.
Me? Yes.
Of course. And now we wiggle it just a little bit.
Give it more heat.
Beautiful. Look at that. Is that
Later I should remove this little bit of this glue as well.
it's glue, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's done. Oh,
No, just get rid of the glue.
should be very hot.
There we go. It's clear.
It's better than trying to do it with your bare hands.
Of course.
I haven't got bare hands. I've got
You should
human
put
hands.
chopstick
That makes it worse.
from the Chinese.
Yeah.
Just pull
Yeah, and just got
pull out
twirl in the
melted-
middle.
Melted glue with a chopstick. You know?
That's probably a very
why-
effective tool for it.
I
Really.
like,
definitely.
I like to have the stainless knife here, but anyway, you don't have simply better. Okay.
7400 series. 400 CMOS series, jeez.
Hmm?
Does anyone still use them?
Which one?
Oh, they're the old TTLs, the 7400. They're the CMOS 4000 series.
But now no one uses this lab because
No,
we don't
because we-
use electronics at
yeah.
all.
You want something, you just buy, it's got 3 pins in it.
Okay.
Does it?
Now let's go back to the specifications of our these type of things.
Uh-huh. It's got
Okay.
instructions.
Instructions. Now, according to the instructions, now first of all, I will take my ports, the small port and the bigger port. This is
Oh, for the smaller one?
the smaller one.
Yep.
This was the bigger one.
Yep.
Okay. Now what we got in this kit, it will come as a kit.
Again, it's like Christmas. Wow.
Oh yes. So many small things like that, like that, like that, like that. This is the pin you are.
That's the cotter pin you were asking about. Yes, I was asking about that.
Okay. All right. If we start from the scratch, first we have to cut this hole open.
Mm-hmm.
After that, with every kit, you will see there is emery paper or sandpaper, and we have to scratch this surface.
To make sure that the shrink wrap tubing grips to the
That's
side.
right. In that way, it's already been scratched,
been
so
scored, yep.
I won't do anything.
Yeah.
Only thing I will do, I will move this one that way so that I can provide the proper heat later on. Sorry.
Ah. Easy when you know how.
Yep, that's right.
And obviously, one of these kind of clamp things would be a standard piece of tool that
Yes, 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 yes.
they would provide. Yep.
Yep, yep,
Right.
yep.
Okay. Fair enough.
So,
No.
anyway,
Yep.
so basically, in theory, we have cut it, we have already cut it from the top, we have already scratched the surface thoroughly, and this is ready to be used.
Yep.
Okay, now, give me your nice cable here. So this cable, Now we'll go inside. Before it will go inside, because it's coming out of the pit, you have to put this
Yep.
seal on it. Now this seal has got different type of surfaces on both sides. One area has got a full glue, other has got less glue.
Right.
This less glue one has to go toward the port. It also indicated by the
All right.
arrow. It has to go towards the enclosure.
So let's glue this way.
Yes, less glue towards the
Towards the
enclosure,
body. Yeah.
towards the body, and not like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Also, it's indicated by the arrow.
Right.
Anyway, so first of all, we have to anchor it. For the anchoring purpose, we have these type of goodies. Oh, we start making all the steel now. Before it used to be brass.
Brass. Yeah. Save money.
Money. All old are brass. It comes with everything. That bracket, this one, that one, everything. Okay, now when we clamp this particular piece, we have to be very careful which way we are going to clamp. But first of all, can I grab that big cutter, please? Big cutter. Big. No, that strength fiber cutter. Yep.
Parrot cutter.
Thread cutter. And
Cutting
also, we
parrots.
should have the measuring tape somewhere. Now I have to cut exactly up to my requirements. So I require exact 80.
80 mil. 80 mil.
Yep, it is here.
Right.
80 from the other end.
Right. No. You got it. Very good.
So this is nicely exposed.
Yep.
Sorry, it will 80 from here. So something like exactly at this point. Done. After that,
Just put the. Did you say we have to put the sleeve over first?
yes.
Yeah.
We have to put a sleeve first. And once it is going to be prepared, so we are going to use the Allen key. In the old days, Allen key used to come with these kits,
Oh wow!
but now they don't supply anymore.
It's another 5 cents they save on
Maybe
the unit
but this is
cost.
bloody all bullshit, like technicians, they have to keep Allen keys.
And you know what? It's always the same one. I keep losing out of my sets whenever I do stuff,
Yes.
and it's always the most useful size.
Yep. So first what we do, before we do anything, we will prepare our anchoring tool. For anchoring tool,
I have 2 little grub screws like that. Come on.
yep, I will put it down.
Yes.
Done. Okay, little bit loose because I can still rotate it. And same thing
On the other one.
hand.
Yep. Hold that one for you.
I told you that today we don't have got enough time to go through everything. So I will demonstrate and
Yeah.
then you will start.
We'll be full
Because
bobble.
the reason is I want you to do practice twice. And
good.
what I'll do, I will put a knife in my car today so that I won't forget next Saturday. It will come with me. Okay. After this, You have to be very specifically careful with that how we are going to install the plate. This is how we have to install the plate. Now look at this plate. This surface has to go like this
That up.
up, and this piece which will clamp has to go
Facing down. So it's flush against the.
yes, like that.
That seemed logical.
Okay.
Yep.
So we will just adjust our cables in such a way that we will actually anchor it first. This stuff. No.
It's gonna go in
No. Yep.
that way or
No,
the
no.
other way?
Other way. Like that.
The flat surface to the.
Yep.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
Yep. Okay, then we will put this thing inside, then we will tighten it.
Just be like a bought one. And you're lovingly handmade. Handcrafted.
Then after that, open up this, put it around here.
Right, yep, gotcha. Gee, they're pretty. They're designed for big cables,
Yep.
I guess.
But normally I won't be using hand screwdriver. I would be using a power screwdriver or the drill,
Yeah.
because that will be very quick and efficient.
You probably could make money buying a smaller one and selling these larger ones back to the hardware store.
Because basically it comes as a generic kit, which
Yeah, obviously designed for all sizes of cables.
yes,
and
is
stuff. Yeah, of
designed
course.
for all sort of cables.
No worries. You probably should trim that other bit hanging off for safety.
No,
No?
we don't do that. There is a good reason behind that.
Alright.
It's done. Same way, I will do the other end. It's already there.
So, let's get the time. Just go on this side. Gotcha. Easy when you know how.
Yep.
The trick is knowing how.
Yep. Always anchor that piece first. Why it's not going inside? Go there. Hang on.
Most of loosen
Is
the
it?
top one.
Hang on. It's correct, but looks like it's a bit longer. Where is my measuring tape?
Tape measure
Yes.
is on there.
But
Just
Looks like it may be
yeah.
a bit longer than
80 centimeters.
yes, slightly longer. That's why it has to be exactly the same size. Otherwise, you won't be able to clamp it.
Yeah.
You see, now it is perfect.
Okay.
Okay. put it on. That's why with the electrical or power drill or power screwdriver,
Yeah, it takes nothing.
things becomes very.
You can do it with two hands rather than trying to.
Yep.
Just that one hand short, that's all. Holding it and tightening it. Much more exciting than games design, isn't it?
Depends on whether you're in the testing department or not.
What do you mean?
In games design.
Yes. I really enjoyed programming. I did programming for a while. I really enjoyed it. Made a couple of bad choices in the wrong area, but you know, so that's fine.
Okay. Now this is done.
Mm-hmm.
This is properly anchored.
Right.
Okay, at this stage, now we have to cover these sharp edges because you know there are many sharp edges around here.
Yeah. That's the white tape. Or?
Old stock.
No, yeah. And we can recycle the other stuff.
Okay, now you can decide whether this clamp has to be in the middle or here or there. That doesn't make any difference. But at the end of the day, we have to minimize the sharp edges.
Yes.
So what I can say, this is going too much outside. So probably I will readjust this one a little bit. So I will say if I can put a little bit like that, it will be slightly better. Okay. After this, we have to wrap this one thoroughly so that with my hand I should not be able to feel any sharps.
And the driving force behind that is what?
It should not puncture the thermal sheet.
Right, to allow moisture in is the
Yes,
key.
yes,
Key
yes,
to all
yes,
this.
yes, yes, yes.
So right.
With Teflon, if it gets wet from moisture, it toughens up. Is that right?
No, actually Teflon is heat proof. It won't melt when we heat up the thermal shrink.
No, I mean like if it gets wet or something, it hardens.
I don't think so.
But I think what he's saying is by putting that on, when you put the heat shrink stuff over it, if you don't have that, this will get hot and potentially the sharp edges may pierce this.
Yeah, no, that's
Well,
makes
that's
sense,
the
like-
waterproof one.
Yeah.
like going from the heat and the cold.
That's to
the
make
weather.
sure. That's to make sure that stays waterproof.
No. This ensure that it do not
Puncture this, that's what it is. Yeah.
Thus, meaning it makes sure it stays waterproof.
Yes, but this by itself doesn't provide the waterproofing.
No.
And let's just say water resistant. Nothing else. Jeez, it's a fair old slather, mate.
Yep.
I can see why they give you a roll with each one then. If you use
Yes,
that, if you use
yes,
that much,
yes,
you
yes.
do use a fair bit. That's fair enough.
That's why I always tend to keep some spare in case.
Yeah.
So why not use?
So you meant to use the whole roll.
Nah, normally use half of that. Because that has been used before. That's why
Oh, okay.
I'm using.
Use the other half, yeah.
Yes, I mean half, and it's. I think it's more than enough. I can't feel any sharp edges, so that is more than enough. So I can use for next job. Okay. At this stage, nearly everything is okay, except now what I have to do, I have to put my seal
Yep, seal over the right way.
the right way. So it has to go this way.
The arrow facing up.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. Technicians.
Yeah, at least it's better than shove your head up your ass school. I mean, political school.
Don't know. Depends whether you can affect any real change. Most of the world,
You get graded on how much of your head you can fit up your ass.
the average person has very little control over what goes on.
Okay, make sure when we are handling our tubes, we shouldn't kink it. If we kink it, it means a straight way,
Yep.
we are going to damage our,
And the arrow's facing
Fibers.
upwards.
yes, it goes upwards.
Yep. Yep.
Done, this job done. And now I can nicely
Snap them.
snap them in without bending it. If I bend, it means that I'm going to break the fiber inside. Once it will go nicely inside. Okay, now what it says after that?
Mount the end a bit. Hold it in place first.
Okay, now this screws has to stay outside. The heads material has to go inside. So it means we are going to fit it like that. Okay. Okay, now I will rotate this one and I will show you. Okay, this way. Okay, now this will anchor here like that. Okay, now we will put that pin.
That cotter pin through there.
Yes. It doesn't matter from which side. It has to go through here.
Gotcha. Yep.
And then by
back.
using any type of like flat head screwdriver and a plier, we will just come on.
Need those pliers, that's the way.
It won't go anywhere anyway.
Yep. Sure.
Done. Job done. Now At this stage, what we will do, got another goodie. This goodie is used
Right.
to
Yep.
make the roll.
Yep. You did that white magic.
Yep,
Cross it over and fold it under.
like that.
Much easier than when I tried it.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
cross it and fold it under. I got it on film now, so it's like this is the
Practice
the-
with
the-
rubber bands at home.
magic art.
I think
Yes.
so. I need practice.
Everything comes with practice. That's why I used to say this is the perfect environment for practice. Put this one in and just put it over.
Lovely.
Okay, done. After that, just put it inside nicely.
Wunderbar.
Actually, I have to make one more twist. It's not enough. Slowly.
It's hard getting good help these days, you know.
One more. Now should be good.
That's it. You're on a winner. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner.
Okay. Because this is 1% job, you need to know how to do it.
Yep.
Now, nicely put it inside. Now, everything is managed,
Beautiful.
so no dramas at all. So they will go like that in the middle. We will decide later on at which we want to cut and we want to splice. Okay.
That's the first step. And now,
Now,
need to heat shrink on the.
okay, while we have to do the heat shrink, we have to go through few more processes. Okay, let us hold this one somewhere here.
Sure, we'll hold that there.
Okay.
Temporarily.
Using any type of marker. We got one more goodie here.
Oh yes, no, so the aluminium.
Okay. We have to mark that how far this heat shrink will go. That's around
See.
this point.
Right. And that's where we're going to put that aluminium bit.
Okay, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Yep, that we will.
But first of all, we have to. Where is my
Sandpaper.
sandpaper?
Sandpaper 101 is somewhere.
Did I drop it somewhere?
It's not on my side.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, there
Oh,
it is.
Thank you.
It was disguised.
Okay,
You don't get extra points for that.
now we have to sand the sheet
Up to that point.
up a little bit more. Again, the same reason, because all this glue has to stick with it.
Yep.
If it is very nice surface, the glue won't stick there.
And mine have good water resistance. It's normal to have that much movement in the joint, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, no. Oh, I'm just double checking. That's all. I mean, once you put that other thing on, it's not going anywhere anyway.
Okay, once we have done it, and that's fair enough, and we have scratched it properly, then we have to clean it.
With isopropyl and something.
Yes, to make sure there is no residue on the fiber,
Yes.
as well as there is nothing here as well. At the moment, it has been used so many times, but if it's brand new, you have to make sure that it's also free from any type of grease. Okay. Now let's mark it again. The previous mark has been
Rubbed off with the.
yes, so till I know that it is up to here.
And now we take
Okay.
that up again.
Now take it off again.
Now we can put the silvery thing.
Now, what it says that this particular blue line must stay with that mark. But I will go a little bit up. Little bit up. There is a reason behind it. Why I will show you later. No, sorry. This way, my apology. Not that way, this way. But I will go a little bit down.
Oh, yeah, opposite way, yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Broken?
Yeah.
Broken?
Yeah. Ow. Don't be funny.
Cost money. It's just broken now, not before.
Yeah.
Report that glass screen.
Got a glass screen?
No. Protective glass screen.
No.
Okay. You should have. Like I have on my phones.
Oh well.
I should get one on mine.
Yep.
Very little that can be done, unfortunately.
I've dropped my phone a couple of times and I think I've just been lucky it hasn't cracked the glass.
I think that's, out of all the phones I've ever owned, that's the first time I've dropped. And the only reason I got this one is that the last one stopped making phone calls the way it was supposed to make phone calls.
I've dropped my phone.
Now, from this particular point,
Oh, hold it, sorry.
okay, we have to have little bit lower, little bit, about I will say 5 mm, and make sure there's no bubbles inside. No, please note that I haven't scratched the area. This one I have only scratched that area. Okay.
Right.
Because here there would be no glue. Here would be only the aluminium foil. Make sure there is no bubbles inside. There are no wrinkles. As much as you can protect it. Now, what is the purpose of this aluminum foil? Why we have to wrap the cable with the
To
aluminum
protect
foil?
the cable from the heat.
Yes, right.
Makes sense.
From the blisters.
Who's thinking? 99?
And now, after that, just smooth
Roll
it.
out all the bumps and
Yes,
bruises
that's
in
right.
it.
Yep. So there is no bubbles, nothing.
So why
no
did you do
kinks.
it a little bit below the marker? Or
Because what happens, the heat shrink will tend to shrink downwards.
yeah.
Okay, it won't stay up to that point. So though they have provided the margin that it will shrink up to that point, so it's protected, but I will go through a little bit further.
Okay.
And because sometimes, and what happens, the cable is get exposed. That's not good.
No, well, I hope it's a useful video.
Again, same thing I will do here, nearly 5 mm or maybe 6 or something like that,
Above the line, below the line.
below the line. Do the same thing as nicely as I can. After that, I will smooth it.
You think you've done one of these before?
Sorry,
That looks so, it's so smooth, it looks like you've done one of these before.
this one?
I'm being facetious, sorry.
I don't know how many times.
Yeah, I know. You must be absolutely sick of it, I'm sure.
Okay, now it's done.
Right, now we can finally put
Now
the
we can
prophylactic
put it here. Okay, after that, Whenever you shrink it, there will be a gap in between. How will fill up the gap? With this glue stick. They call it glue tongue.
Oh, right.
Blue tongue.
Yeah, like that, just like tongue.
Okay. Makes
So what we'll do, we'll put it in here.
Yeah.
Then we'll start heating this one up. Now, when we will heat up, so heat can damage the other ports. We have to protect the other ports as well.
We need something to shield it, really, don't we?
Yes.
Like a bit of tin or something like that.
So what they do, they use thermal blanket.
Oh, yeah, thermal blanket. Wow, jeez.
They put thermal blanket like this, but I don't like it.
Why is that?
They're expensive.
No, not expensive. Because when we put a thermal blanket, it becomes difficult to dissipate the heat around that area.
Okay.
So I do something different. I will just cut small pieces of normal PVC and wrap it with the aluminum
Oh,
foil
yeah, that's a good idea.
and put it on. So let me see which one is the correct size.
Up here for thinking, down here for drinking.
Yes, and this
Other
one.
way around.
Yep, this is perfect.
Yep.
Maybe one more.
What's that? Is it 20 mil? 30
I
30
think
mil?
so, yes, but
30
depending upon the enclosures, you can.
Yeah. You probably, and you need a bit of room for the aluminium.
I mean, you could just carry a few different pieces of PVC pipe and wrap them
You
up in.
could, but if they're a standard size, it's probably worth,
Yep.
yeah, just buy a length and cover it.
This is also different one.
Make it slightly bigger just in case they've got an error.
Do you use Vimeo?
Sorry,
Do you use Vimeo?
I don't, but I've heard of it. I know.
What, sorry?
Yeah, I'll put this on Vimeo with a password.
Oh, okay.
You can- If you're okay with that. You're right with that. I just put this. I'll put on Vimeo for the and with the password for this.
Yeah.
No worries.
That's fine,
I'll give you
No,
the link as well. So just or ignore all the other porn movies.
I
Here.
don't care. It's this type of small shoots.
No, that's right. That's good. No, look, I just thought I'd video because it's going to be a week between us doing it, and there'll be things that we'll forget and we'll go, what the hell we got to do there? So
Okay, look like this is nice now.
beauty.
This also looks nice. Let me wrap it a little bit so I don't want to cook it. Yeah, looks nice now. Now I will start the action.
Now I will get out of
Okay, now
the way.
the main thing is where the people actually they do the mistake, and but that mistake is not a mistake because you people won't have experience. You will see this heat shrink will come up like that. The acceptable tolerance is not more than 5 mm from the base. It should not be more than that. It should stay as close as to the base, but should not be like this. So this is not acceptable. So
Try and keep it as
close.
flush as possible.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, with this one, now we have to keep it very close. So we can put some sort of like
Cable tie or
even
clamp or
means
something, yeah.
Clamp, or even means if nothing is available, we can just use electrical tape.
Tape, yeah.
So I can put something like that.
Beauty.
And some people they leave it in the enclosure up there. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, but they have.
Other than the sharp edges when you're carrying out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ready to cook.
Now I will cook. So the technique is cook it from the bottom and don't cook it very hard, so it should not shrink up to the maximum limit like this.
Give it a bit of time. Yeah.
So how far have you got that?
Is there only one setting on the heat gun?
But
It's either hot,
Not,
Is it the bloody hot?
not really
Hot.
You see, I'm putting the pressure, so it will stay towards the bottom.
Okay.
It looks to come with my hands first.
Now, after this, I will let it to cool down.
Cool down.
The reason is, once it will cool down, it will settle down. It will settle towards the bottom. If I won't let it cool down, I will start shrinking from the top. It will hold from the top because this will become like a funnel. Then it won't be moving downwards, but it will start pulling this one.
Pulling
from-
it back up, yeah.
So you
So-
work from the bottom up.
That's right. Then
You wait
will
for this
have-
to bond basically first before you do the top
So
bit.
in that case, what will happen? You will lose the contact between the heat shrink and the enclosure, and the gap will start
Yeah.
widening up.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yep.
So at the moment, how much we have to cool it down? Unless until we can comfortably put our hand here for half minute.
Okay, so that's still pretty hot.
Yes, still it is hot, but not very hot now. But still it's hot.
The part is the
That's
back
right. Yes.
That's why you always employ an apprentice. Test this for me.
Yes. So you see,
It's a little bit hot.
Just don't test that with your glove.
but if you are wearing gloves, you won't have any judgment.
That's it.
Only if it's the sequin glove. In which case, that's all right.
And
That's okay.
also, never ever apply lots of heat. You see, because this enclosure has been used probably about maybe 100 times so far, maybe. So you will see now these edges are becoming very smooth as instead of
yeah,
sharp.
yeah.
And this start burning because we have been using for so long.
Yeah.
But you should not be damaging the actual enclosure. Because, and moreover, like these enclosures have been used by the students, and students tend to make mistakes,
Yeah.
and they're supposed to.
Yeah.
That is students.
Okay. Now it's a little bit cold.
Beauty.
Now I will start. Make sure you should keep on pushing this one.
Oh my God, it's alive.
Okay. At this stage, I have to now start shrinking from the top.
You don't wait for that middle to cool down.
Yes,
Because the bottom is already secured.
yes.
Amazing how quickly it shrinks in, isn't it? If it catches on fire, you know you're doing too much one area. Is that a clip for the glue part? Does that stay in place the entire time or not?
Sorry?
This clip part, the glue, centre glue piece, that stay in place.
tongue.
The tongue
Yes.
stay in place permanently. Yeah. I didn't notice the other one had one. I only had a single cable, that was why.
Okay.
I'd be pretty happy with that job.
Now, one thing which you have to keep in mind, apply the heat on the bottom, apply the heat on the top, never ever apply lots of heat here.
Yeah.
The reason is, if you will make this area very tight, it will start puncturing from the edges. So that's why hold the bottom first, then start from the top. Okay, one thing more. Thinner the cable, more difficult it is to seal. Thicker the cable or bigger diameter, they are easy to seal because the reason is you don't have to shrink too much. Okay. The other principle is that how I know that I have made it waterproof. Bottom is not a problem. The indication is on the top. Once you start seeing that glue is start coming out of that one, it means that start oozing out. It means that okay, it has been properly sealed.
Right.
Okay.
So other indication is when we apply loss of heat, these green will disappear. So this is the indication that okay, I have applied more than enough heat so that okay, I don't require to provide more heat. If I provide more heat, it will start burning, it will start blistering.
So the ready part, where's that? That's from that glue.
That's glue.
That's the glue that was on the inside of the tube.
Inside the
Oh,
tube,
that's
yes.
from the heat shrink itself.
Yes.
Okay.
But so I'm very much happy with this one at the moment because it has been properly shrinked.
It's a work
It
of art.
didn't came up, so everything done. It didn't puncture. Look like a perfect funnel. As I mentioned, okay, don't put lots of pressure here, though there is some pressure here. But you can't make everything perfect. You will see here there's no pressure, here is little bit pressure. So that should not happen in a reality, but if that happens, doesn't matter unless until it is not punctured.
Okay.
But this side is perfect as compared to that one.
I think you've done a very good job here.
Thank you very much. And any more questions? So after that,
Now, the original one you took out only had a single one in it, is that correct? Only, the original one you took out of there.
yeah,
only
that
had-
was a single one.
Now, in the case of a single one, would you still have this
No.
piece? You just simply shrink it, and that's what the glue is coming out
Why
there,
would you have only a single one?
You got the main one coming in,
like that.
and you
Yeah.
can put in multiple
Because-
single ones
There's a
to.
glue.
Yes, you are right. This is coming from Melbourne, this is going to Sydney.
Yeah.
And this includes it in Wangaratta.
Yeah.
So we are going to tap with the one cable which is going towards Canberra, another one which is going to Wagga Wagga, third one going to Wangaratta itself, and fourth one
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
but you wouldn't have a single one in there.
Wagga.
No, we won't.
No, that's
No,
always
it's-
got the
no.
two.
You've got the main route, and then these
Yeah.
are the
Yes,
sides
yes,
that
yeah,
you're cutting
yeah.
into.
Sorry, I thought he was asking why the original one, why that only had a single cable.
No. His question was, would in that one we will have this tongue? Or
Yes,
not?
but it's not
Oh,
necessary
okay.
because the
only one.
lining of this thing contains the glue, which is this
Okay,
red
because
glue.
why we
There's only
need to have a tongue? Because otherwise there will be always gap in
Be a
between
gap in
these
it,
two.
yeah.
It's
You
smaller
can't,
anyway. It's
you
the
can't
one
fill up the gap. So to
Yes.
fill up the gap in between two cables, you must have this tongue, glue tongue.
Okay.
So if I'd
Is
use
that
my
yellow
brain,
part actually glue?
Sorry?
Is the yellow part in the
Yes,
tongue
yes,
glue?
yes, yes. Yellow part is a different type of glue. This is different type of glue. Both have the glues. Why it is yellow? Why it is not? I don't know. Probably
that's
they want
giraffe
to-
glue and the red one's horse glue or something like that.
Maybe they want to ensure that okay, both glues must melt and you must be visibly able to see them. That actually it has been properly heated up, so it has been molten. So inside everything is sealed.
Yes.
So if it is the same color, probably difficult to see, difficult to make. You will say judgment whether you have provided the proper heat and everything has been sealed.
And if you do a visual inspection, I guess, if I can get focus, I can't get focus on my
This
eyes.
side's got it melted pretty well.
You can see it
Yes.
probably.
If you go around to the other side.
So in this case, okay, what I will expect from you from next Saturday, that you should be able to do like that. Then it should not come up. It should stay like that. As close as to the enclosure, but you can have gap up to 5 mm, not more than that. Up to 5 mm, it can shrink up. But if you know the technique how to maintain this one,
Yep.
so heat up from the bottom. Don't heat up means hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
So keep it pushing down so that you should compensate any type of like gap which is there. And also you see that's why I always keep some sort of like a 5 mm margin, because you will see how much it has already shrunk.
Yeah.
If I had put a little bit up, so what will happen? I would have exposed the cable here,
Cable,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
and that's not
Totally.
good. And while I'm heating, I would be exposing the nylon to the heat. It will blister.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there goes all
That's
your
why
insulation
even the
fibre.
manufacturer say, okay, you must align this blue line along with the height of the thermal shrink. But I will say now again,
Extra.
have extra 5 mm margin, 5 to 10 mm margin,
Yeah.
because this is not going to heat up.
Yeah.
If it will shrink up to here, or if you expose the cable up to here, because you are not providing direct heat up to this cable,
Yeah.
you are only providing direct heat to the actual shrink.
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
And the next week we'll be doing this one, and then
And-
also
and
placing
this
the other one
Yes,
in
yes,
as well.
Yes. That's what I'm going to do now.
And okay, sure. So is it obviously
Again-
a different trick to this one?
No, it's simpler.
You've only got just to hook it onto that one
Yes,
piece
yes,
there.
that's right. Now, for this, we have got another goodie.
Ooh, more goodies.
Okay, more goodies. And in this goodie,
Someone must be making a lot of money from all these parts.
yes, we are.
Oh,
You know how much the cost of this single shrink?
how much?
How much?
What do you think?
Say
$40
about,
bucks.
Including everything, means full pack.
I'd say about 65.
Yes, around that.
Okay.
And this one is about 35. So basically, with one practical, we are losing about $100 straight away. With in your case, $200 straight away, because I will give you two kits to play with. That's why telecommunication is always expensive.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
expensive.
Thank God for Box Hill with the discounts. Eh?
And still they have to pay my salary as well.
Yeah, because with it was either this one or Federation Training, and they don't have discounts and
And the private providers, okay, they provide the training, but they don't provide that much extensive practical
Yeah.
training.
Right.
They only show you already videos how to do it,
yeah,
or the instructor will just show you once. Even means I have seen the private provider, they don't have got any infrastructure, they
Yeah.
got only videos.
yeah.
You watch
that's
the
right.
video, go home. Watch the video, go home. What
Yeah.
is that training?
And by the time they start next month anyway, we're already finished. So, Federation Training.
Oh, wow.
They start end of August.
Okay.
That's because we're guns.
Yeah, Box Hill's the way.
That's why Boxer actually sometimes they lose money out of this training, but still they want to keep
Yeah.
it alive. Okay. Now in this case, I believe that our strength member has to be 9 centimeter, I believe. If
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. So
9.
we will check again. Yes, it is 9. So everything again comes back to the exact measurements.
Whatever you do, don't break the fibre while you're doing it. God.
So I will leave it like that.
Because if you break the fiber on something like this, well, you now need to do something about laying an entire cable from Melbourne to Sydney.
Yes, my friend, that's why I asked you to do the practice again, because I don't want anyone to do any mistake and then don't learn, then go to a market, university, then make mistakes over there, then lose the job.
My woodwork teacher has a good saying. He said, measure twice, cut once.
That'll be Jitendra's reputation in the line if you stuff up pretty bad in the field.
Mind you, he lost all of his fingers in a bandsaw accident.
Look at that.
Look at that, dang on.
How many? Only 1 mm longer. and which I will accept 1 mm.
You wouldn't get that sort of accuracy anywhere else but box LTAF.
I don't know. So here we don't have to care about other things because we are not going to clamp it the
Right.
way we did that one.
Just put the shrink wrap over it as
Yep,
well.
that's right.
Yep, yep.
So we have to put a string.
I know this from years of connecting things up and then going
Again, it has got two type of circle inside.
is narrow on it as well.
Yep.
Yep.
So it will go like that.
So the thicker glue is facing this way now?
No, the thicker glue faces the plate.
Arrow again towards the enclosure. So this is done. So cable is actually coming out of the pit. So we'll put it in. Thank you. Drop it. And anchor it.
Spin it around.
So now there is anchoring point here. It's very simple. So we just glue this one in. That's it.
Yeah. That's okay.
Job done. Okay.
Yeah.
So every port has got one anchoring point.
Yeah. One for each port.
One for each
Yeah,
port.
makes sense. Beautiful. And then what do we do?
With the help of another goodie. If there is any spare one, we will put it in. If not, then we will just splice it around.
Is it tuck it in the middle part
Yep.
again? Okay. I see. We only pulled out when we made it.
Job done. So tubes from the both cables, they are properly secured inside. All right, now let's start our other action. Sealing part.
There.
Again, the same
Thanks.
thing. I have to just mark it where it is. So from bottom of that one, I have
Well.
to scratch it. Take it out. Because it is out of a bit.
Sandpaper it, rough it up.
Now what you have to do, these people are still doing other job. You have to prepare one more.
Yeah, okay.
Good practice for you,
Yeah, sure.
so that you can use your samples next week.
Yep.
Otherwise, I don't know.
No, I want to anyway, you know.
Because it is good for you as well if you can have more practice.
That's right.
I'm not saying that you are wasting your time. I will say you are utilizing your time.
That's right.
Okay. Already gone.
Now we need another isopropyl white.
Yep, one more.
Whoops.
It came out.
Yeah.
Good.
That was the mechanical test.
Yes. So it means that I haven't anchored it properly with Allen key.
The island key.
Yep. So we will do it again.
finicky little things, aren't they? There you go.
Okay, that's enough, I believe.
And the other joint will give a certain amount of structural strength to it anyway.
Yes, yes, yes. Because this is more secure than this one. Why they are not
Just need to move
using
that foot
any?
for me a second. Thanks.
Why they are not using that type of anchoring mechanism? I don't know. But that is much more secure because you have got clamps, mechanical clamps,
Yeah.
as well as other things.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
Anyway, the way they have designed, we can't do anything. So again, there must be one more aluminium. Okay, again I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
Done.
Put
And
the
my
tube over it to measure
Yep,
the height again.
That's right.
Yep.
Back and mark again. How what it is? Yep.
Yep.
Because normally you will be using permanent marker, not whiteboard marker.
Whiteboard, yep, yep.
Okay, do the same trick. Okay, a little bit lower,
Just see where you're getting it there.
about 5 to 10 mm.
Yeah, I can see there. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Just reset itself. I don't know. That means I lost it first, but I hope not. Yeah. I think we did do that. Screwdriver smooth it out.
Yes. Done.
Now,
Now, because I have to protect other ports now,
Yeah.
I will just move my goodies around
yeah.
and hopefully they're all protected now.
You don't need to protect that one.
Yeah, why
Wow.
not?
Probably a good idea. Because from here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can
Because
melt.
directly there, you know.
Yes, why not?
Indeed.
Yeah, done.
Beautiful. Just like you
So-
bought one.
Got a hair dryer.
Yes, hair dryer, yes. Very good hair dryer. Can you please throw in the bin?
Yep.
And the same trick. Start on the bottom.
And you can see it moving in there, yeah. Nothing too warm, or it doesn't take much to try and get it started, really.
Yes.
And now we wait for it to cool.
No, no, no.
No?
No, 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 no.
Now we wiggle it just a little bit, spin it round. Like a record baby, right round.
It's better. More exposed area. wait a little bit.
Yeah.
It should cool down. So while it is soft, you can push it down.
Okay.
Once it becomes stiff, then you can't. So when I have seen a little bit of gap, I have pushed it down, so it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while it will cool down, it is still shrinking
Mhm.
because still the heat is actually being absorbed by the heat shrink, still shrinking. But because I have pushed it a little bit down, so there is no chances that okay, it will shrink up.
And when, like, say in the field, so you already attached that, and later on you have to attach one here, one there, so you just covered that with foil.
Then no, there is not a big problem because even means if you provide a little bit of heat over there, what will happen? It will just become
It won't soften up,
yes,
you think?
yeah, there's soften up.
It will soften up.
Yeah, it will soften up.
Yeah. So it's probably a good idea to just wrap
Yes,
it with foil.
it is.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
We could use that. Yeah.
But again, like it is very, very unlikely that you would be occupying all of these boards.
Yeah.
For example, if we have installed this enclosure somewhere,
Mhm.
and they ask you, okay, hang on, go to that enclosure and attach one more cable. So what would you do? When you will come over there, you will pick up a port which is actually away from any of these ones. So
Yeah.
you will be picking up this one then.
That one, yeah.
Because when you will heat up this one, you will protect this one too far away, you will protect this one too far away, you can protect these local ports with this type of goodies,
Yeah.
job done.
Yeah.
But if you pick up this one, then you have to protect this one.
Yeah.
So because there is no such thing, they will say, okay, hang on, use that part of port.
Yeah, yeah.
They will say, okay, just attach one more
Just
cable.
attach one, yeah.
Then you have to enter into a design document which actually port you have used.
Mm.
Because in the design document which the company will provide, you have to enter, okay, port number 1, port number 2.
Yeah.
I think port number 1, 2 are already written over there, or in that it should be some indication, because with the NBN we had those type of numbers that which will indicate that which port we are using. But here I can't see, maybe on other side, I don't know. But with the NBN enclosures, we have got port numbers. Okay, I think this is cold enough. Yes,
Time to
okay.
dry the hair.
Yes. Never ever provide heat on one side at any given time. So once you see that over there starts shrinking, then move your heat. Now look from inside.
Wow.
Look from inside how the glue is melted and it starts shrinking.
Yeah.
Now what I'm doing, I'm making sure that from the bottom is properly being heated up. Okay, now I'm satisfied. Now I won't heat up from here, I will only heat up from the top. I won't put any heat around this area.
There is the speed.
And you've got the glue coming out the top, so you know you're getting good seal.
Now I won't give any more heat because glue start coming out and that has becoming black or green dots are going to disappear. So means there's indication that I have provided more than enough heat.
Yeah.
So it means that I'm not going to put any more heat here. So job done. Yeah.
Well done.
So the main thing is, you can see there is no gap on the bottom here, and there is no pressure here on the edge, so it won't puncture.
Yeah, because you make it too tight, it may split. Yeah,
Yes.
of course. That's the reason.
That's the job done.
Piece of cake.
So yes, that's what we do. Okay, please make sure that you catch early train next week, and in case